I would love to live up to the person people make me out to be. Strong-willed, outspoken, never sheds a tear, always has something positive or inspiring to say, and always a smile upon my face. But I'm just a simple man, who most of the time I feel full of responsibility, regret, and fear, but hope that this simple man can bring some type of unity into his community, while I bear the full weight that I cannot fail, because there's no one to catch me if I fall. Just a simple man that is looking for someone to trust as much as I believe in myself, and not be deceived by the few lost souls whose hearts are hardened and calculating from trusting one too many. Just a simple man that has seen through the eyes and lives of others and wants to do more for the lost, forgotten, misunderstood, outcast, and rejects, whose only crime is believing that there is no box but the one that you create. You see, I am far from being rich and too informed to simply ask for wealth to fix it all. So I lend you my ear and knowledge from past mistakes and hopes just to reach one that will evade most of the mistakes that this simple man has made in the time given to him. I want more than I believe time will allow me to complete. I'm a simple man with dreams bigger than my wallet and hopes and imagination that cannot be quantified by someone's doubt. But what makes me a simple man, you see, is not faith, age, race, income, or pain, but the fact that while I speak, you respond. And I know I'm not alone, because I still have the attention of those I've yet to reach. So, that's Simple Man. That's an introduction to myself. Now, this political stuff that Lonnie is talking about, I wrote about it, and again, I've been protesting for about a year, demonstrating. I've been to Cleveland. I did the Million Man March, and again, I've just been asked to do Martin Luther King's last speech. So, I got upset with what I saw on social media. And I wrote about it, because there was no organization. You can look me up, you'll find out about it, but I'm on time here, so. It's called Dead Silence, No Justice, No Peace. So I hope you know where this is going. You guys ready? If you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. I like this, and I believe this for many years, until certain things in my life have taught me to skew this image just a bit. If you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. If you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. One second, y'all. Certain things in my life have taught me to skew this image just a bit. If you stand for nothing, everything will change. Certain things that you stand for only make them remain the same. It's not about being a leader or a follower. It's about what change comes about when someone speaks your name. Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, Eric Garner, Tamir Rice, Freddie Gray, Sandra Bland, Aaron Pope, Emmett Till. Our communities are drowning, flooded of images of being a bad bitch, dancer, doughboy, world star, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, backpage celebrity for what? It's like no one sees the damage they do to the youth growing up. All of the images of senseless violence, needless things to buy, and people that have been condemned to die really seems to be the new form of enslavement. It's not one specific race or one specific people. It's happening all around. And while you look at your tablet, phone, or the latest piece of technology they put in front of you, you're being taught to forget how to communicate with the person right in front of you. We're being raped intellectually, and we don't even care no more. Don't drink the water. Ebola is coming. ISIS is at your front door. And Black Lives Matter, as they should to all, but we've done more damage to our own people than any police officers called. And until we can all stand united without race, religion, creed, background, social status, and all, our whole species is destined to fall. The school system is in a state of disarray. No art, no music, no books, no sports to play, while legislation rewrites history and calls it fact. But we have another war to win over the horizon, and I bet you that's a fact. We are taught to believe no new friends, don't trust them, but find a way to get ahead, make a difference. Just don't change any laws, open up any minds, or go to the store to buy yourself some candy instead, or you'll find yourself left dead with a bullet or choked to death. With that, Johnny, this works so much better in my mind, but that's okay.
It's working.
Okay, y'all ready?
Yeah.
I am an activist. I stand proud with my sign, my pen, my button, my banner, my voice, and belief that I stand behind. You may find me in the streets, on the corner, or marching with other great minds. We have been called names, spit on, tear gassed, hosed, dogs sicked on us, beaten, maimed, murdered, and blamed. All because we believe it's our civil duty to speak out for great injustice and point out the ones that should feel ashamed. Ashamed of the silent murders they commit, crimes against humanity that make us sick, all so they can become filthy rich. Why do we care, you may ask, as you sit behind your gates counting those blood money stacks? Gain from such great pain while you build yourself up on the backs of corporate names? Because we are the people who may be the only ones to see through all the lies and hateful, deceitful games that you play with our people's hopes and dreams. So we protest, demonstrate, march, organize, yes, fight back. Because we want a world with more peace, more freedom of speech, not fear, hate, lies, discrimination, manipulation, and deceit. And while you may silence one of us, there are millions more that have seen our fire, heard our desire, now burn for something more. More than the spoon-fed media truth that you give to them, you spend to them to corrupt their children, to no longer defend them. I'm an activist. I stand proud in my resolve, knowing those that came before me strengthen me when I think I might fall. Sojourner Truth, Mahatma Gandhi, Rosa Parks, Nelson Mandela, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr. all knew they might fall, but they did what they did for every last one of y'all. Child of the system. Y'all ready? I am the child that the system forgot, prejudged from birth because I was one of the have-nots. The color of my skin, the place I grew up in, the people who I may call friends, make me a statistic that should not be speaking to you young women and men. You see, I was born to a single mother who used what she got from men that chose to fuck and lay instead of stay, so she learned just how to make them pay. I am the child that the system tried to stop, told I was too fat, too black, too poor, too uneducated to give thought, until it was time for them to make a profit off a child that they took without thought. At 14, me and my sister were whisked off and given new moms and pops. But at 18, I was free, dropped off and told not to call, because we did our jobs. We washed our hands to keep you out of a grave plot and all. At 19, my mother was murdered, brutally murdered. Not a note nor a call of condolence. So I just moved on from the system that told me they were better than my mom. At 25, I celebrated. I beat the system. This young man that was too fat, too black, too poor, too uneducated, and now too well-spoken, only had one child, no bodies, no record, not 6 feet under, nor locked behind prison doors. So at 30, I started to speak and give my thoughts on the system. No longer a child lost in the system, but a man that learns to see through it and move within it. Radio, TV, spoken word, social media. I can cook, build, and inspire others through my activism. So middle finger to the air, because this child of the system will not be stopped. My revolution will be live, not televised, and I am sure to give you thought.